issues, Doug and Holly. But again, the gateway drug, let me just open this segment with a short clip. This would be Justin Peters and Todd Friel on the, well, let me just say, music is the primary tool of evangelism, folks, and that's what we want to emphasize this hour, because my hunch is your church is singing it and playing it, honoring it on a weekly basis, but remember, it is the primary tool of evangelism for the new apostolic reformation.
With Bethel and Hillsong, it's very, very different. That's very current. These churches, false churches, are constantly putting this music out, and they use their music as their primary tool of evangelism.
Please do not run past that statement. Camp there for just a moment. The music is being used by them for what goal?
To enlarge their own camp, to enlarge their reach, to enlarge their churches, to bring people into their false theological system. Because here's what happens, Todd. You know, they're not going to write music that has just completely outlandish lyrics. Now, some of it that maybe we may talk about is borderline on that. But a lot of their music, it's going to pass a basic doctrinal smell test. And that's intentional because they know if it doesn't, that most churches aren't going to put it in their services. And here's what happens. On Sunday morning, when churches put these lyrics up on the screen, and the unsuspecting person sitting out there in the pew, reading the lyrics, singing the lyrics, and then they see in the fine print at the bottom,
Copyright
Bethel music, copyright Hillsong, and let's throw in elevation music with that as well, Stephen Furtick. So when they see the fine print, they think, oh, Bethel, oh, Hillsong, I think I'll check them out. They must be okay. We're singing their music. And so they use their music as a hook to pull unsuspecting people into their false theological system.
And so the local church singing those songs give the local church's stamp of approval. The pastor is saying, it's okay, congregation, these songs are fine, and you can follow the people who produce them.
Holly Pivik, why do you call this the gateway drug?
Well, a gateway drug is a less harmful substance that may lead to the use of more harmful substances. So people have called marijuana, for example, a gateway drug. But in NAR, the music that's being used in churches is the primary tool that's used to draw people into the NAR movement. And we hear from people all the time who are telling us that the music is what first hooked them. They liked the music, then they researched who made the music, and then they decided to attend a conference at Bethel Church in Redding or a NAR church and enrolled in maybe one of the supernatural schools of ministry. And that's how they were drawn in. And Bill Johnson, the apostle of Bill Church, has been very open that he sees the music as a tool to plant the teachings of Bethel Church in churches throughout the world. He's been very open about that.